So the first step in developing a powerful personal brand is understanding the purpose behind what you're doing. I've had so many people come to me and say, Sam, I want this many followers. I want to work with a brand X, Y, and Z. I want to do all of these different things. And I always go and I go, why? Right? And their quick response is often, oh, money, fame. Like I want to work with cool brand. Like I want free clothes, like whatever it is. And I really want them to dive deeper. And I urge them to dive deeper into more of what is like the actual reason, right? Like what are the reasons behind what you're going to do? A lot of it starts with building like an authentic life purpose, right? And this is something that's intrinsically motivated, something that's chosen by what you want to experience and how you want to experience in the world, not just I want a lot of money in my bank account. And the good thing is if you can become clear on what your purpose is, it really helps you like guide yourself and stay motivated on this path that you're about to embark on, right? So I want to start with a couple things to help you build that authentic brand purpose. And you can take notes and write these things down. Is the first one I want is things that make you feel like your actions are important, right? What are things that you do that can be validated as important? So to me, it's kind of, I mean, sometimes it can be seen as shallow, but I really like getting responses to DMs on Instagram. I really love when I put out a story and people respond and give me feedback on what I'm doing. That's an action that I take that is then deemed important, right? And then that gives me motivation to continue to do what I like to do, which is creating value for everybody else, right? So I create a video like this and you guys give me a lot of feedback, and that to me shows that the actions that I'm taking are actually important in the lives of the people around me, right? So then moving to the second one is kind of what are your strengths, right? What do you feel good about, and how do you feel good about being good at something, right? So for me, it's like photography, right? I love taking photos. I love when people try to get me to take their photos because to me, it shows me that I'm actually good at what I do. And being good at what you do allows you to feel like you're more meaningful in what you practice, right? It allows you to dive deeper into what your passion is. I really want you guys to do that, because what happens is if you go on a different path that you feel is right, even if it's something that you're not necessarily good at, what happens is you start to feel down on yourself because you're not being the best version of yourself, right? You're choosing to be that settled version of yourself instead of preparing yourself to be the best version that you can create through taking all of these steps, right? And the last one is find things that give you a connection with other people, right? Again, I love to use photography because what it does is it allows me to connect with whoever I'm taking a picture of, right? If I can provide value to them and that they love seeing themselves in that light, it provides a deeper connection that I have with that person. And what that allows is a depth of influence for me, a depth of understanding that what I do matters, and that gives me life purpose. I love to connect with people, so being able to use the value that I can provide, right, and use the skill set that I have to really push that forward and give them that experience and let them connect with me on that level means the entire world to me, right? So we're going to go over these 4 questions. I'm going to put them in the little subset below this so that you guys can look at them. But I really want to dive into like what gives you the feeling that you have control over your day, right? Having a sense of control over what you're doing really helps in terms of motivating yourself and keeping your mind in check, whether it's waking up at 7:30, doing a little journal exercise, then working out, then eating breakfast, then going to work, then going to grind, or whatever it is. Then that is the thing in which you control throughout your day, that starts your day in your set path, so that you feel good about yourself and that you are actually running your day and your day isn't running you, right? So the next one is, what gives you the feeling that you're good at what you do? Is it likes on Instagram? Is it people asking to go and have you shoot them, right? Is it an investor calling and seeing me interested in your product, right? Understanding what people give you that enables you to feel good about what you're doing is something that'll being able to identify that is something that really helps you stay true to what you want to do and feel good and motivated and enable yourself to be the best version of yourself in that path, right? So we want to really dive into that, and I think the big idea that we need to keep in mind is the fact that you weren't born with a life purpose, right? And if you don't have one right now, that's okay, because we're going to try to create what that life purpose is to be able to help you along that path and get started in not only the personal branding journey, but also just in your journey on this life. Understanding yourself in a much better light helps you throughout your entire path. When you meet new people, when you find a new girl, when you do whatever you need to do, it helps you stay true to who you are as a person. And that is the most important thing, not only in personal branding, but in the rest of your life.